Hey guys, Jafar here with another video, and this video is going to be another Rust tutorials video on guns and projectile weapons. We're now into the intermediate phase where this is the items you're going to be getting after you've got a base going up, after you've got gear, after you've got resources. Now you're ready to start crafting the more advanced items. We'll begin with the Eoka pistol. The Eoka pistol is generally considered the worst ranged weapon in the game due to its unreliable firing mechanic, so chances are you're not going to be building this weapon due to the fact it is unreliable, and you do not want a weapon that's unreliable in a firefight, and it is very bad for ranged firefights, so you need to be really up close to deal some good damage. The firing mode of the weapon is single fire. The damage dealt from the weapon is for the head over 100, for the chest over 100, for the arms 19, and for the legs 31. The range for the weapon is short. The capacity for the weapon is just one bullet. The ammo it takes is a handmade shell, but it can also take 12 gauge buckshot and 12 gauge slug. The blueprint for this weapon is default, so when you spawn in you're able to craft this weapon straight away. But just a warning here, blueprints will be removed from the game shortly. They're going to be adding an XP system soon, so keep that in mind every time I talk about the blueprints. They're just for now, but soon they will be removed and you will need the XP to actually get the weapon. The crafting for the Eoka pistol is 150 wood and 35 metal frags. Next we talk about the water pipe shotgun. In the early game, the water pipe shotgun is a very good weapon to make and use, as it is quite cheap to make. I personally really like the water pipe shotgun, especially when you have a multiple in your hotbar, because once you fire, you can switch out to a new water pipe shotgun and keep firing, because it does very good damage at close range. The firing mode for the water pipe shotgun is a single fire weapon. The damage dealt from the water pipe shotgun is for the head over 100, for the chest over 100, for the arms 47, and for the legs 83. The range for the weapon is short. The capacity is just one. The ammo the water pipe shotgun can take is a handmade shell, 12 gauge buckshot and 12 gauge slug, just like the Eoka pistol. The blueprint is default, so once again you can spawn in and craft this weapon right away. The crafting for the weapon is 300 wood and 100 metal frags. Now just an extra on this weapon, personally, even later in the game I might even still have a water pipe shotgun in my inventory, just because it is so good for taking down animals and people at close range. Now we move on to the revolver. The revolver is great for the beginning game because it does not require high quality metal, unlike other researchable guns, making it great for people with less advanced resources. The revolver's firing mode is semi-automatic. The damage dealt by the revolver for the head is 57, for the chest is 29, for the arms is 29, and for the legs is 28. The range is a short to medium or a low medium. The capacity in the revolver is 6 bullets. The ammo that the revolver can take is a pistol bullet, high velocity pistol bullet, and incendiary pistol bullet. The blueprint required for a revolver is a blueprint page, and the crafting is 200 wood, 100 metal frags, and 25 cloth. The revolver is great for the intermediate player that is trying to protect himself for the more longer ranges than the water pipe and the Eoka pistol. But personally, even on later games I will not have a revolver, or I might not even craft the revolver in the whole time of playing Rust. It's just my personal opinion, and a lot of people do make the revolver, but I'm just not a fan of it. Now it's time for the semi-automatic rifle. The semi-automatic rifle has close to no recoil, but the bullets do drop very easily, making the range not very good. But the semi-auto rifle is great for the starter weapon, as it is quite cheap to make and it is close to some more advanced weapons. The firing mode for the semi-automatic rifle, like in its name, is semi-automatic. The damage for the semi-automatic is for the head 57, for the chest 29, for the arms 29, and for the legs 30. The range for the semi-auto rifle is 150 meters. The capacity for the semi-auto rifle is 16 bullets. The ammo it takes is 5.56 rifle ammo, explosive 5.56 rifle ammo, high velocity 5.56 rifle ammo, and incendiary 5.56 rifle ammo. The blueprint required to get a semi-auto rifle is from a blueprint book, and the crafting is a 450 metal fragments and 60 cloth. Personally, I have not used the semi-auto rifle at all in a PvP combat situation, only some PvP servers, but I have not used it yet in survival, so I do not know the usefulness of the weapon in some situations, but it is quite a good rifle to have by your side. Now I've decided to talk about the bow and the crossbow in this video. Even though the bow is sort of a beginner sort of weapon, I thought might as well put this in here to talk about the damage and the descriptions of these weapons. The bow is great for a beginner game because it is so cheap to make. In the first minutes of spawning in, you're able to go around and find materials to craft yourself a bow and some arrows. And when an arrow is fired, it has a 70% chance to be retrievable from the target. The firing mode for the bow is single fire. The damage dealt for the head is 58, for the chest is 51, for the arms is 45, and for the legs is 51. The range for the bow is around 150 meters. The ammo the bow takes is a wooden arrow and high velocity arrow. The blueprint for the bow is default, and the crafting is 200 wood and 50 cloth. Now even in advance, when you have assault rifles and armor and all this good stuff, you might even still have a bow with you, because it is great for silence, killing, for taking out animals without being noticed by everyone. It is just so great to have because it is so silent, and if you know how to use a bow, it is quite deadly. Now it's time for the crossbow. The crossbow is 20% stronger in damage than the hunting bow and has more range as well, with a 70% more projectile velocity than the bow to give it more range. But it does have a 20% slower reload time. The fire mode for the crossbow is a single fire. The damage dealt by the crossbow for the head is over 100, for the chest is 59, for the arms is 59, and for the legs is 59. The range for the crossbow is over 250 meters. The capacity is just 1. The ammo the crossbow takes is a wooden arrow and high velocity arrow. The blueprint required to craft a crossbow is a blueprint page, and the crafting for the crossbow is 250 wood, 75 metal fragments, and 25 cloth. Now even though in all the stats the crossbow seems like a much better weapon to use than the bow, I still do not like it at all. I will choose the bow any day over the crossbow due to the fact that a bow has so much quicker reload time than a crossbow. In a close quarter environment, if you're good with a bow, you can take out a guy with a crossbow any day, because if he misses that first shot, you have all the time in the world to take out your bow, get another shot in before he reloads that crossbow. Now he might have multiple crossbows in his inventory as well to make sort of a rapid fire, but even when he runs out of those arrows, he's completely out and he has to stand there and reload his crossbow for a few seconds, which will give you time to easily kill him. Anyway guys, this is it for the Rust tutorial Guns and Projectiles video. I really hope you enjoyed it and learned something from the video, and I love you guys' feedback from all the other videos, saying how I've helped you or you've learned something new from the video, and I really am glad to hear that. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.